Hello, welcome. My name is Pompit. I'm your host of the Vibe Code Like a Champ, and unfortunately, I could not create more videos lately. But I'm here. I'm still here. I want to continue to make content for you guys. Today we are going to look a little bit to our code that we've been working. Um, First, let me just tell you that if you're not subscribing the channel, please subscribe it. Make like on the video. That will help a lot of the channel. And I post all of my videos on my professional LinkedIn. And if you are a company, if you're interested of my services of using this kind of I know that people doesn't like the vibe coding. I like the expression, but it's like a coding with a context. Let's put it this way. And I was just going to talk about that today about it. And let's start with what I want to bring you today. And what I bring you today, it's simple. I forgot I lost it. Is I implemented most of this feature that we have. You know that I'm implementing this fitness application. And this is an example of application that I'm doing. And now I'm in a point that we're going to add our exercises to a workout. I already had the workout page before done. Now we're going to add the exercises. Let's just not forget that the exercise, I already defined the exercises with some warm-ups, cool downs, and alternative exercises and so on. That is everything already done on the exercises page. Now we're going to add these our exercises to the page of the workout, and we're going to define how we want to do. We have some bugs here, and I just want to highlight you how do I think why these bugs appear and what should we do to prevent them. The first thing, and we're gonna do here, is start to adding here an exercise. We can start adding warm-ups, we can start adding cool-downs, but because everything is around the exercise of the warm-up, the workout, we already define what are going to be the warm-ups and cool-downs for a certain exercise. We're just adding an exercise, and we expect to have the warm-ups and cool-downs already added. And I'm just going to add. Don't worry about the content. I just linked some exercises just to the sake of having cool down and warm-ups. And I'm going to add here the first, is because I know that I have. I can add it in a new round. I don't have yet any round, and I'm going to add it to the new round, of course, because I don't have any round. The new round will be first. We're going to be able to tell what kind of exercise is all about. He's already choosing that this exercise as already it's a body weight rep, because I already defined that previously in the exercise, and I can say here I want to make it as 10 reps of this. It doesn't matter what is the exercise. This, of course, the will roll out. We can do 10 times back and forward. It's just a rep, nothing else. The notes, we should copy the notes that we come from the exercise, and even the user here, the PT, will be able to add more notes for this specific workout. Right now this is not yet working, but I'm going to make it work lately, not in this video but lately. And then we add the workout. What is going to happen is going to do what we expect to do. You're going to get the warm-up, the cool down, and here we have our exercise. And we're going to be able even to come here. There is no default. Maybe in the future we're going to be able to define what is the default warm-up for this wheel rollout, what will be the default cool down, and this and that. We're going to be able to define. Right now we don't have that. We don't have that requirement yet, but we can come here now and say this will be body weight exercise, and we're going to do 10 repetitions. We're going to be able to do even a timed scheme exercise, and we're going to say that is 30 seconds, for example. Let's save it, and it's already been having here that. And I'm going to put here reps on this one, save, and that's 10 reps, 30 seconds, and our workout will do with this this workout. Now we want to do it, for example, add the same exercise, but we want to do it in a second round. We can come here and say I want to do this. The next, I can now edit this exercise again to the first round. I can have the first round with the same exercises with rest in the middle, and then the second round. I can combine. This is all about the PT and all the what they want to do. But I want to do it the next round, and now I'm going to do it that I'm going to put 20 reps for the second round. What we're going to do here is we're going to add it. Now we have the first round with 10 reps, the second round with 20 reps, but I didn't add anything to the workout. Sorry, to the warm-ups and cooldowns. We didn't add anything, but now it's where we're going to see the bug that we have, and I just want to reset it here, the back end. Let's just give it a little space, and then we can find it later. And then if I come here and I delete this workout, what do you think that should happen? And what should happen should be that, oh, we have another arm wheel workout, and then we're not going to remove the cooldown and warm up. The problem is when I do this, it really deletes it. And this is a bug that we have it here. And if we come here to the, and now we're going to have a workout that doesn't have any warm up and cooldown, even if it is defined. Of course, this happened, and I'm going to come to that and why this is happening, what is the techniques that we should use to prevent this. But what I'm going to do here is just copy now the output, the log, and I'm just going here. I already wrote some log, some prompt here, and say, okay, this is the example. When I delete, it should not delete and this and this. I don't know if this is going to solve this right away, but at least we're going to be able to try. This is my API, and I'm just going to run it like this. Now, while it's running, and going to take a while, I just want to tell you why do I think this did happen. This happened because we just flood with so much information. We create all these tasks and all these things, and then we create so much information, so much things in our prompt, on our feature, that some of the much smaller details, these smaller algorithms are getting forgot or getting diluted in the middle of everything. And that's why I would suggest that we need to drill down even further our tasks, and detail even further our description in order for creating tasks specific for those, more detail. Otherwise we're going to have these bugs all the time. And this is he didn't forgot to do that. He knows that when he delete, he need to delete, but he lost it somewhere in the middle of the task when we delete it, and we already have a workout there that use the same cooldowns and warm-ups. He should not delete. And this is the thing, it just got diluted in the middle of all the details. Of course, we try to use this as VibeCode as possible, or give as much context as possible. The problem is the context windows are not that big, and because they are not that big, we are going always to have these problems. We need to create smaller tasks where the context is well defined, where we're not going to have this kind of hallucinations. And we could say that he didn't implement this because of hallucination, or you can say this is because it was diluted in the middle of the context. And one or another goes to the same direction. It goes to the direction that he didn't implement what was expected. And this is even specified, but because we didn't give the necessary highlight to this feature that we want to implement, he didn't. It simply didn't do it, and that's why when we're going to do the initial part that we already talked so many times of creating the task, of drill downing tasks, the description of the feature, and this and that, we should not add so many things. We should be able to create, this could be kind of an epic, and we say initial thing, we just design the boxes, be able to create these things, this adding, not adding, adding these, and get information from the exercises, add the warm-up and cool down, and then we can say now we want to delete, and we detail this delete as much as we can. Yes, because we have two applications, and we have to define this in the API and define this on the admin. This can take a while. Yes, it's true, it can take a while, but as much detail as we want, we give, better it is for the output. And in this case, we didn't give enough detail, and that's why we are having this problem. That's why in the end we need to test the logic, all the logic and all the things. Even the tests were not talking about this. Of course, it's not creating now the test. We should asking when I didn't ask this for the sake of this video. I didn't ask for this, but we should always even say, please write the test. Let's implement using the red green refactor pattern, where he creates a test that will be red. He implements the fix, then the test will be green, and then this should be green. This always should be this way. But sometimes these things I get forgotten. Now he's already found what we need to do, and he's going to find this information, and I'm just going to make a small pause and get it in the end. I'm going to see in the end how it went. And then we're back. It took a little bit more minutes than I thought. Here we could even see that he even wrote tests for it. For this, he didn't wrote integration tests, but at least we have unit tests. Let's see how these things are going to work. Let's just restart our API and let's see how this is going to work. Let's add again our exercise with stat reps for the first round. Let's add it again for the same exercise for 20 reps on the second round. Now we have 2 rounds, and now we want to delete this, and he didn't delete at all. If I delete now this last one, he deleted everything. This is what I would like to show to you today. Make it as smaller as possible. The importance of making it smaller as possible. The context, what we want to do, not overload with so many tasks, so many things, and even the small tasks that we have there, we need to detail as much as possible. Otherwise, we'll get diluted in the middle of so many things. We see this lot of vibe coding that we say, let's create a Tetris application, a Flappy Birds application, and so on, and he just built everything. It looks like that he knows how to do all these things, and this is giving us a false hope that we can say, build me a fitness application. He knows what we want. Sometimes he doesn't know what we want because you simply didn't specify enough. It's not just vibing, but we need, this is a kind of enhancement of the vibing with our development. Of course, maybe I would take a little bit longer to fix this. Maybe I would take it 1 hour, 15 minutes, 20 minutes. He just did it in a matter of less than 5 minutes, and I'm very happy that he can do that for me, and I don't need to do those things, and give me space for detail as much as possible my tasks. And this is what I would like to give you for today. I hope that everything is okay. Let's see if I can bring another video this week. Otherwise, see you in the next video.